Today in Madden 26, I am resetting the NFL with a fantasy draft. Every single player in the entire league is back in the draft to make up 32 new NFL teams. Today we'll find out which players are drafted to which team and which of these new 32 teams will hoist the Lombardi Trophy at the end of a season 6. I picked the Giants as my team. I'm not going to be controlling a single thing in this draft, but we can see the first round draft board by the time I get my pick at 15. You got Burrow, Allen, Lamar, Mahomes, Herbert as the top 5 picks, and here's the rest of the top 14. If I was to make a pick right now, these would be the best players available. You can sort by overall, which is weird because Dexter Lawrence is not a 99 overall in the game, but somehow he's a 99 overall right here. You got Barkley, Derek Brown, you got Cameron Hayward, Chris Jones. The list goes on and on, but I'm going to skip to the end of this draft and we're going to see who goes where. First thing we're going to do is take a look at some of the top players at most positions in the league and see where they ended up. So for the quarterback position, Lamar Jackson is in Seattle. Josh Allen is a member of the Bengals. Joe Burrow to the Patriots. Mahomes to the Rams. Jalen Hurts to the Chargers. Matthew Stafford to the Cardinals. Herbert to the Saints. And Goff to the Jets. As for the rest of the QBs, I'm going to let you guys stop the video. I'm going to go by quickly just so you can take a look at the most important position in the league. For running backs, you got Saquon to the Arizona Cardinals. Derrick Henry to the Chargers. Jahmyr Gibbs to the Jaguars. CMC to the Texans. Bijan Robinson to the Patriots. And again, just take a look if you want. Pause the video so you can take a look at some of the other running backs in the league where they went. For the receivers, I believe Jamar Chase was the highest drafted. He goes to the Steelers. Justin Jefferson to the Arizona Cardinals. Amon-Ra St. Brown to the Washington Commanders. CeeDee Lamb to the Eagles. And Terry McLaurin to the Panthers. And here you go for the rest of the wide receivers. For the most part, some of the top receivers in the league. This is all the teams that they went to. Last position we will do is for tight ends. We have George Kittle to the Raiders. Travis Kelce to the Lions. Trey McBride to the Ravens. Mark Andrews to the Colts. Brock Bowers, the second-year tight end, to the Bengals. Here's some other tight ends and where they went throughout the league. When it comes to the left edge position, there are a ton of elite pass rushers, including Micah Parsons, now with the Denver Broncos. He gets out of Dallas. Max Crosby to the Vikings. TJ Watt to the 49ers. Nick Bosa is going to go to the Cleveland Browns. Top 3 at the right edge spot include Myles Garrett at a 99 overall to the Packers, Troy Hendrickson to the Jets, and Danielle Hunter to the Dolphins. Well, defensive tackles just became 99 overalls in franchise mode somehow because we got 4 of them with Derek Brown to the Raiders, Dexter Lawrence to the Titans, Chris Jones to the Rams, and Cameron Hayward to the Falcons. We will finish looking at the positions with the corner position where we have Patrick Surtain at a 98 overall to the Bills, Christian Gonzalez to the Chiefs, Sauce Gardner to the Panthers, McDuffie to the Bears, Jalen Ramsey to the Colts, and here's a bunch of other cornerbacks for those of you that are curious on where they went throughout the league. I took a look at all 32 rosters in this entire league, and I'm going to give you guys my top 3 teams to look out for throughout the simulation. First, the Arizona Cardinals. They have 2 99 overalls with Justin Jefferson and Saquon Barkley, quarterback by Matthew Stafford. Next up, you got the Patriots with Vita Vea, quarterback by Joe Burrow, Bijan Robinson, Devontae Smith, Kyle Juszczyk. Pretty solid top 5. And to round out my top 3, I'm going with the Seahawks, quarterback by Lamar Jackson, A.J. Brown, and Drake London, 1-2 wide receiver combo. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump into the first drive with my top 3 teams that I just gave you. We're going to take a look and see if they truly are that good that I'm expecting for the season. And Stafford just got drilled in the backfield. He got sacked by 7 yards. The Saints are quarterback by Justin Herbert, in case anybody was wondering. So it looks like they got a pretty solid team, way better than their real team right now. But I want to see what the combo of Stafford, Barkley, and Jefferson can do. And right now, Stafford's running for his life. I'm about to get an easy answer. It looks like we're about to go 3 and out here. I can't honestly believe that with these 3 players they have on this team. They're going to go play action to Barkley. Stafford airing this thing out for Jefferson. And it's incomplete. Well, we checked out the Cardinals. They didn't do much. Let's check out what Gronk is doing back in New England at Gillette. For the New England Patriots, taking on the Raiders. The Patriots are also loaded at quarterback, running back, wide receiver. Devontae Smith will be your wide receiver 1. Bijan Robinson and Joe Burrow. And is that Hunter Henry? That'd be funny if he's back on the Patriots. It is. Hunter Henry, doesn't matter if it's a fantasy draft or not. He goes back to New England. 3rd and 3. I mean, one of these teams that I picked as the top 3 got to get a first down, right? You're kidding me. You're kidding me. Well, I don't know how the offense of the Seahawks got the ball here, but it wasn't thanks to the offense. Maybe a kick return or a defensive play. But now we might see a first down or a touchdown. Lamar Jackson, welcome to Seattle. The Seahawks Get a touchdown. Okay, one of my top 3 teams looks pretty good. Now it's time to skip to the middle of the season to check out the standings and our stat leaders so far. Here is a look at your division leaders. We have the Eagles in the NFC East, Packers in the NFC North, Cardinals in the NFC West, and the Falcons in the NFC South. And in the AFC, it is the Patriots at 6-1, Bengals 5-2, Titans 4-3, Chargers 6-1. And leading the league in passing from the Los Angeles Chargers is none other than Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP from last year. Also has 16 touchdowns to just 4 picks. The leading rusher halfway through the season is Bijan Robinson, 671 yards for the New England Patriots with 4 touchdowns. And leading the league in receiving is Tyreek Hill, member of the Dallas Cowboys, 608 yards, 2 touchdowns. And leading the league in sacks with 14 right now, Odafe Owe. He's going to have 14 sacks for the Titans. And after skipping to the end of the season, these are your playoff teams and your standings in the AFC. And here's your final division standings as well as your playoff teams in the NFC. Here's your roster for that number 1 seeded Green Bay Packers team led by quarterback Bo Nix but pass rusher Myles Garrett. Leading the league in passing with almost 5,000 passing yards, 42 touchdowns, 4 picks, insane season from the Bengals, Josh Allen. Here are some other notable names towards the top of the passing leader list. We saw this man earlier leading the league in rushing, and now he finishes the season with 1,513. Bijan Robinson leads the league in rushing at the end of the year. Here are some other notable running backs that are towards the top in rushing leaders this year. Leading the league in receiving at the end of the year is Amon-Ra St. Brown of the Washington Commanders, 1,411 yards and 17 touchdowns. I gotta say, not a lot of superstar names for the wide receiver spot towards the top at leading and receiving. Like, where's Jefferson and Chase? Leading the league in sacks, or tied for the league in sacks, is Micah Parsons from the Denver Broncos and Odafe Owe from the Tennessee Titans. And here are some other players that had a lot of sacks in this season. Aiden Hutchinson and Alex Highsmith over 20, Myles Garrett just below 20. And here's a look at the playoff bracket as we are getting close to Super Bowl 60. Well, I wanted to jump in once again with the Arizona Cardinals and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're going to be jumping into 1 playoff game per round. Obviously, going to end up with Super Bowl 60. I want to see what this Cardinals team can do. I was right in terms of them winning a division. I believe they went 11-6. They got Stafford, Jefferson, and Barkley. Let's see if they do something with it. You got Jefferson in motion, bottom of the screen. Tampa Bay led by Jaden Daniels on the other side. He's up 7-0, and there's Jefferson making a grab for the Cardinals. Now, I'm not sure if that's only for the regular season in franchise mode, or if they'll also show us some stuff in the playoffs. Saquon Barkley, that was ugly. Oh, and I jumped out of the Super Sam, and we got a touchdown to Bub Means from Matthew Stafford to tie this game. Doesn't honestly look like you can get the highlights in the playoffs. I tried. Maybe it was a glitch. Maybe I'll try it one more time, but we got a great game. It's 31-27. Tampa Bay just took the lead with about 4.5 minutes left, 3.5 minutes left now. Cardinals need a money drive from Matthew Stafford. We're going to jump in, trying to put this thing in the end zone for the lead or at least get a field goal to tie it up. Stafford, down the middle of the field, and it's Jefferson! Justin Jefferson making a big play at a big time. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. There's a gritty in Arizona. The Bucs need to get in the end zone to take the lead and send the Cardinals home. They're 22 yards out. Jaden Daniels has been clutch in his career, his 1-year career so far. And now in this second year, he's on a new team. Will it be the same Jaden Daniels who's inside the 5-yard line? I'm not sure who he hit either. That's Rashad Bateman. It's tough to know who's on all of these teams when there's 32 brand new teams, but now they're only 3 yards out with a timeout, 16 seconds. Jaden Daniels had Kyron wide open, but he has a... Oh, I thought he had a touchdown, but it's broken up. Now a sack would end this game. If not, you probably got 2 shots at the end zone here. Jaden Daniels is going to try to run. Jaden Daniels is in! Unbelievable 6 seconds. What an angle. Thank you, Madden. Beautiful replay, whatever that was. That should be the game. That should be the game. It is. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jaden Daniels, man, he's clutching the playoffs. They move on. Here's a look at your final 8 teams in the playoffs. And I will be jumping in with the New England Patriots to take on Jalen Hurts and the Chargers. This Patriots team is my only team left that I've picked to start the season in my top 3. That I'm allowed to, if they win the Super Bowl, feel good about myself. Bijan Robinson on the ground. They were the number 1 seed in the AFC, though. They're coming off a bye. So I feel pretty good, but they're taking on Jalen Hurts that led the league in passing, if I remember correctly. So it's not going to be easy. Joe Burrow stepping up in the pocket, and he will run. Joe Burrow sliding at the 39. Let's see what Burrow wants to do here. Oh, and a laser throw. Joe Burrow connects with a receiver to the 16-yard line. That's going to be Rashid Shaheed, former Saint, now with the Patriots here in this fantasy draft. We haven't seen him connect with Devontae Smith yet. We know Hunter Henry's on this team. And Burrow will go for the dump-off pass to Bijan Robinson, who loses 3. He's having a rough go. Just remember, too, Bijan has led the league in rushing this year, yet he can't do anything when we see him. But they love to get it to him. I got to say, what a juke move. Finally, something good out of Bijan Robinson there for 9. But we see Burrow and the Patriots punch this thing in the end zone. I'd love to see it. He's getting pressured, though. Burrow on the run, and they're probably going to take 3. And I'm feeling pretty good about my pick. This game is over. It's 20-13. They led 20-6 pretty much the entire second half. Chargers got 1 late touchdown, but the win was never in doubt. I still got my team, and they're headed to the AFC Championship. They'll be hosting it. And here's a look at our final 4 teams. Welcome to Lambeau Field, where we got the Packers and the Giants. Bo Nix will lead the #1 seed, Green Bay Packers. Will they go to the Super Bowl? Let's see. The #1 seed Green Bay Packers could be going to the Super Bowl. They got Joe Mixon in the backfield. I believe they have George Pickens as well. Whatever 2 teams make the Super Bowl, we have Isaiah Likely for 21 yards, former Raven. Whatever 2 teams are in the Super Bowl, when they make their intro for the Super Bowl, I will put both rosters on the screen, so you will be able to follow along for which players are on which teams. So Joe Mixon is going to pick up a good amount of yards, make it 2nd and 1. Bo Nix is good in this game, I gotta say. Did that... Oh, that wasn't a touchdown for George Pickens? I thought it was. I thought he got in the end zone, but it's 1st and goal from the 1. Bo Nix is delivering right now. From the 1, you got to give it to Mixon, right? No play action. And he did what? What a throw. This guy, Bo Nix, is insane. Is that Devin Duvernay? Devin Duvernay for a 0-yard touchdown, it says. That makes sense. They're well within field goal range. As long as they don't turn it over, we might have overtime here in the NFC Championship. But maybe he can still get 7. That one incomplete, 3rd and 15. We might get to see who's on this Giants team. If they go for a field goal, we will try and see if the Giants win it with a field goal. We'll see, unless Bo Nix can get 15 yards here at the 26. Got a man in motion. Bo Nix delivering and catching is Duvernay. 4th and 1 at the 13. Will they go for it? No, they're going to play it safe. They're going to drain some time to kick this field goal with a roughly around like 20 or so seconds. So we might have overtime on our hands in the NFC title game. We're in overtime, ladies and gentlemen, where the quarterback is Baker Mayfield. Mayfield is leading his team to a possible touchdown drive right here to take the lead in overtime. It will not be over. The Packers will have a chance to touch the ball and match. Not sure who the running back is, but Mayfield gets speared. 3rd and 14. I know they have Sam Laporta on this team. And now 3rd and 14. A field goal still isn't bad because the Packers will have to match or do better, or the Giants will move on to the Super Bowl. Baker Mayfield through the middle, and it's caught by Adam Thielen. Right back to a 3rd down where we might see a field goal if they don't get it right here. Where will Mayfield go? Will he go to Laporta, who's probably his best weapon? Try to get it to him. He's brought down. I imagine we're going for 3 here, so the Packers will have to match. It's 4th and 15. This is the game. Giants could go to the Super Bowl. Let's go. I'm going to root for my team now. Let's go, Giants. Watch Bo Nix. Now a dagger. What is that pass? With the game, the season, the Super Bowl on the line, the Giants will win. The New York Giants will play in the Super Bowl. They're headed to San Francisco. They beat the 1 seed Packers. Welcome to Super Bowl 60. Who will be competing? It will be out of the NFC. Led by Baker Mayfield, the New York Football Giants have made it here. Let's see who they're going to be taking on. Oh, the New England Patriots. Will the Giants beat New England in the Super Bowl again? Just like Super Bowl 42 and 46. Let's see what happens in Super Bowl 60. So I said at the beginning of this video, Patriots were in my top 3. They had a great roster led by Joe Burrow. And it looks like they made it here. They were the 1 seed in the AFC. And now in the Super Bowl to take on the Giants. Now I'm conflicted because I want the Giants to win. They're my team. But I also think I want the Patriots to win right now because I picked them as a top 3 team at the beginning of this thing. And Bijan Robinson almost to the 50. We're watching both teams' first offensive drive. Then we're skipping through the game to see if it gets close at the end and see who walks away with the Lombardi. 2nd and 7 from the 31. That one is going to be Deontay Johnson on this team. So a decent wide receiver 2 behind Devontae Smith. Bijan Robinson obviously in the backfield. 3rd and 4 from the 28. Devontae Smith in motion here. Burrow. He's got to run for his life right now. He throws on the run. He throws it away. Looks like the Patriots will get 3. Let's flip over to Baker Mayfield and the Giants here, as I believe that's Adam Thielen who's going to make the first grab for the Giants. Get him about 5 yards. They made it all the way here. This roster is not stacked by any means. But now one game, anybody could win it. On the ground, that's Devon Achane who gets to the 46. 3rd and 5 here from midfield. Let's see if Baker can keep this drive alive from the 49. Oh, he is sandwiched by Patriots defenders. That's Vita Vea who got to him. 4th and 5, they're going to punt. Possible they go for 2 in the win if it gets to that opportunity, if there's not that much time left. We'll have to wait and see, but first they got to get in the end zone. They're driving really well. Bijan Robinson to the 23. We got 1:19 left. Nobody calling timeouts. Nobody chewing clock right now. 1 timeout for the Patriots. Burrow going to drop back over the middle. Hunter Henry. Touchdown, New England. It's Baker Mayfield and the Giants. 3rd and 13 from their own 41. To keep the overtime drive alive, it's 4th and inches. This is a tough decision. What do you do? They will punt. They won't get risky. I don't know if I like this decision. Now any score by New England wins it for them. 3rd and 10 from the 31. Just need 3 to win it. To win Super Bowl 60 in this fantasy draft. Burrow is picked! Great decision by the Giants to punt. Will they get it is the question. Let's see what happens. Oh, they got it. Oh, it's broken up. What a play. That is a Super Bowl saving play by the Patriots defender. Burrow has 445 yards and 4 touchdowns in this game. He does have 2 picks, but he's got 445 yards passing. Is crazy. And now the Patriots are getting close to field goal range. Right now, it would be a 57-yarder with the Super Bowl on the line. I would imagine they're going to try it if it gets to that. Probably try to run it again. See if they can pick up some extra yards here. Let's see how it ends up. This is it. Super Bowl 60 fantasy draft reset. Brandon Aubrey. Oh, it's a slow motion. I didn't know what was happening. The kick is roughing. The kick's good. Oh, what is happening? I don't even know what's happening right now. Decline it. Roughing the kicker. The Patriots have won the Super Bowl. I didn't know they did a slow-mo now. They have a slow-mo when you watch these games on that kick. Brandon Aubrey has just won the Patriots this fantasy draft Super Bowl. Congratulations to the Patriots. I don't even think we're going to get a Lombardi celebration. I absolutely hate that they do that sometimes in franchise mode. I guess they didn't fix that for Madden 25 either. So what I'm going to do, I'll put like Burrow and a couple other players on a Patriots team, sim a few Super Bowls and play now until we get an animation.
A few moments later.
Well, here you go, Patriots fans. I got you an animation. Bijan Robinson, Super Bowl MVP. Actually not in the real game since I had to simulate a new Super Bowl to get you this animation. That's going to do it for this video, everyone. If you enjoyed it, do me a favor by hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. And I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.